All right, Aries. Here's the energy coming through. Oh, no. The Three of Swords is all about heartbreak and betrayal. And with this being the signifier, it shows that there's some pain going on. And, again, in your last reading, you had the same card. In the past, the Four of Pentacles is all about holding on too tightly. And maybe it's you holding on too tightly to this heartbreak and this betrayal. And, with Aries, there is no past, there is no future. It's about the moment. You guys live in the moment of life. So for you to hang on to something is not good. And in the present, oh, wow. The Ten of Wands is all about carrying a burden. So, in the image on the Rider-Waite, you see the person carrying the 10 wands and, they're going into a town with all these wands blocking them. And it usually means that they're bringing bad news with them, but more it's about too much. There's just too much. It's a burden. You're overwhelmed. And with the Three of Swords next to it, that's not good. It's not good at all. In the future, the Nine of Pentacles is much better. Much, much better. So the Nine of Pentacles is about enjoying what you have in your life and seeing the beauty of what you have around you and being grateful for that in which you have. So where the Eight of Pentacles is about putting in hard work and seeing the results, the Nine is all about enjoying it. And it's important here to remember to be grateful for the things that you still have in your life, especially with all this shit going on right here. The best path to follow. Oh my goodness. The Two of Swords is like blinding yourself to a situation and not being able to make a decision. And that's just, it's crap. You need to take the blindfold off and make a decision. And when you do, you need to be quick. You have to do it immediately. And don't do this to yourself, because here in both situations, it's like you're blinding yourself to the fact that you're hanging on too tightly to this shit right here. But you have so much beautiful things in your life and in your surroundings. There are so many things to be thankful for, grateful for, to see the beauty and to appreciate rather than hanging on to bullshit. The influences around you. That's good. The Four of Wands is like that break. It's the break in all the hard work you've been doing, but it is about celebrating. So there's still more work to do, but you're taking a break to celebrate what you have in your life. So that's good. That means that regardless of all the bullshit going on, you guys are able to still see and feel all the good things that you still have in your life. And those loved ones that you have around you are celebrating with you. Like, you know what? That's okay. We're going to get away from this and we're going to look at all the wonderful things that we have. Your hopes and your fears. And to me, wow, that makes sense, right? So the Chariot is all about using your willpower to continue on the path that you are on. Now, karma very much comes into play with this card. You will reap what you sow. So if you continue to hold on to this, that is all that you are going to manifest in your life if you choose to continue down that path. And here, the decision comes into play, where you need to choose a path. You need to be clear on what path you're going to choose and use your willpower to control those sphinxes in front of you. You don't have to be wrapped up in this. And right here, you need to get clarity of thought, take that blindfold off, and choose a path. And here it is. It's something so much better than all this crap. And the outcome. So the Nine of Wands, again, it makes sense to me. It's like you have some scars. You've been through some shit and you're beat up and you've got your wall up and you're still on guard. The problem with the Nine of Wands is the person who is on guard is blocking themselves off to anything good coming in. So, I understand. Like, I completely understand why somebody who has been through this shit would want to be on guard. Why not? Because nobody wants to experience that. That's just bullshit. But you cannot block yourself off from needing to make a decision to choose a different path. And this path is so much better than all of this nonsense. I hate seeing that this one came up again because this is nonsense and it needs to be over and done with. And you have such beauty in your lives. Don't forget about this. And remember, use your willpower to get away from the things that are not serving you. So the Two of Pentacles is all about needing to find balance. This is where you might feel like you're juggling a little bit too much. And also with the Two of Pentacles, you need to be careful where you're spending your money. But to me, this is signaling that you need to find some balance in your life right now. And in the past, so the Ten of Pentacles is beautiful. This is like guaranteed financial security. And it's also about looking to the future to see what you can do now with what you have. So, that's good to see that that's the past coming through. So, and, with the Pentacles here, I'm looking and I really feel like, yeah, you need to definitely be careful where you're spending your money. But, I mean, regardless, I feel like you guys have some backing here. And you're definitely looking to see what else you can do. But remember to find balance if you need it. And in the present, so wow with the Pentacles, guys. The Three of Pentacles is all about being recognized for the work that you're doing, and people are seeking you out for what it is that you do. So it's like, and with the Three, it's like the beginning. It's the beginning stages. And then here you have the 10, which is the end of the journey through the Pentacles. But it's like you're still continuing to do this work and people are recognizing you, which this is good. I mean, to have that in your life right now is showing security. Future conditions. So the King of Wands. Now, to me, the King of Wands is looked at specifically as Sagittarius, but this very much reminds me of Aries. Being passionate, being driven. The King is looking to the horizon. He's following his passions. He's non-judgmental. People will follow him. So, I feel like, I'm not seeing this as a person in your life just yet, but more of what you're pulling through. You're passionate, you're driven, you're going after what you want. And again, he's looking to the horizon, and the 10 is about looking to the future to see what else you can do with what you have. But, with that 2 there, still, it's like there's a little bit of a caution there. I mean, it's not a bad card, but, with all this wonderful stuff going on, be careful here. Just make sure that, you take that time to find some balance, especially if you feel like you're juggling too much. The best path to follow. So, wow, you guys are doing something pretty amazing. And I feel like you've got some good financial backing. You're enjoying your work. And you're passionate and you're driven. And here in the Wheel of Fortune is all about fate turning in your favor. The 10 is the end of the journey. But with the Wheel of Fortune, this is where there's second chances. So the bad is going down, the good is coming up, fate is on your side, and Anubis is suggesting rebirth. right? This is all about starting the journey anew. But the good thing with the Wheel of Fortune is that you're not carrying anything negative from the past on the new journey ahead. It's like in the wheel, it's like you've learned from what you've done in your past, so that the journey that's coming to you is going to be so much better. So this is fantastic. The influences around you. I always get blown away by these readings. This is why I flip my cards down and then put them up, because if I had them all up at once, I don't think I would be able to speak. So you have the 3, the 10, and the 8. And it's like it's almost outshining that 2. I don't even see this as a bad thing. I think maybe, you're really enjoying all this good stuff going on. So the 8 of Pentacles. This is about putting in hard work, but seeing the results of the work that you're putting in. And again, with all these pentacles going on, this is like signaling big time financial backing. So you guys are doing the right thing. You're putting in the hard work and the effort. And with the 10, again, it's like you're looking to the future to see what else you can do. And you're passionate and you're driven and you're on fire. Your hopes and your fears. So now, in that position, to me, that makes sense. But, and thinking back to your last reading where the 3 of Swords was your signifier, it makes sense that this is still in, your hopes and your fears. So the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is all about mental anguish and despair and regret and sleepless nights, crying alone. This is all the mental nonsense that you do to yourself. And the reason why it goes back to the 3 of Swords is because when you look at the image of the 9 of Swords, the person is sitting up in bed with their head in their hands. And all the swords are shooting through the air, but 3 of them are stabbing them in the back and in the back of the head. Don't do that to yourself. That's mental junk. With all this good stuff going on here, and especially with this, you do not want to carry that with you. We choose how we allow people in situations. We choose how those things affect us, right? So, if somebody has hurt you in the past, we make the choice in how we feel about that. And the 9 of Swords is saying that you're choosing to feel like shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look at it for what it is. It's a fear. Especially if, you've had heartbreak and betrayal in the past. It is the past. And the 10 is all about looking to the future to see what you can do now. And with all this wonderful, hard work that you're putting in, the financial backing, and being passionate and driven in who you are, don't carry that with you on this second chance here to do something new. Don't do that. And your outcome. So, geez, it's like, I feel like you guys are like, it's almost like you're putting on this mask of, yeah, everything's great. Look at me. I'm doing fantastic. But really, internally, you have some shit lingering. And it's like, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here. That's not good. So the 10 of Swords is you are being released from a harmful relationship, an arrangement, an agreement, whatever the situation is, it is done. It is done and it's over with. There's nothing you can do. It is over with. The 10 is the end of the journey. And, it may be abrupt, but it is the end. Now, to put a positive light on that card, when you accept the ending of pain, you cannot carry it with you into your future. And look at these 10s. It's like, this, I think, is where you're needing to find this balance. Because, on the outside, it's like this projection of everything that's wonderful, right? But inside, Don't do that. You know, you guys hanging on to stuff is not good. You guys live in the moment. You cannot carry stuff like this with you on this new journey here, because, you know, it will affect you, and you can't do that. So in the Ten of Swords, accept the ending of past pain. Be done with it. And open yourself up to this new journey here, being passionate and driven in who you are, and continue to do what you're doing, because you're doing the right thing. You're putting in the hard work. People are recognizing you for that. You have this backing, and you're looking to the future to see what else you can do. So accept the ending of pain, past pain. And don't do this to yourself anymore. This is just junk. It's mental nonsense. Don't do it. Don't. Don't do this to yourself. This is mental nonsense. And accept that whatever past pain that you had is over with, because you guys have such wonderful stuff going on, and you're putting in some hard work here, and you're being recognized for it. And when you go on this new journey here, be who you are, passionate, driven, and on fire. And if you feel like you need to find balance in your life, do it.